Okay, so Art, let's get started. So the way I started the interview is just the date and location. So we're in the Dental studio. Today is Thursday, January 24th, 2008. Operating the camera is Dana Hoshide, and I'm the interview Tom Ikeda, and today we have Art Abe. So Art, the way I like to start is if you could just tell me where you were born and what date you were born.
I was born in Seattle, Washington, 1921.
And what was the date? What's your birthday?
June 12th.
June 12th. And then what was the name given to you at birth?
Arthur. Middle name was Kinya, Kinya.
Good. Can you tell me, in terms of siblings, the order that you were born? So if you start with the oldest and then just kind of go down the birth order?
Yeah, my sister, Kazuko, she was born 1920. And then my younger sister, Lila, was born 1923.
So good. So Kazuko, 1920, you were born 1921, and then Lila was born 1923. So you're a middle child, around two sisters.
That's right.
That must have been interesting. We'll talk more about that. Let's go to your father. What was your father's name?
Takaji.
And do you recall where his family came from in Japan?
Yes, he was from Okayama, Japan.
And do you know what kind of work your father's family did?
They had a farm, a fairly sizable farm. He was the eldest of three brothers.
So why, as the eldest of three brothers, why did he come to the United States?
Well, I believe that he didn't want to join the army. I guess in time of...
Because during this time, the Japanese were engaged in various military engagements.
With Russia.
Mm-hmm. And so your father was interested. Can you tell me anything about your father's family in terms of maybe his siblings or anything about the family in Japan? You mentioned that he was the eldest of what, three brothers?
Yes. Well, he came over when he was about 19, so he left the family in charge of his younger brother.
Mm-hmm. And do you know any stories in terms of how your dad's, say, parents, like your grandparents, reacted to his wanting to come to the United States?
He never discussed that.
Okay. What was your father like? If you were to describe him, what was he like?
Oh, I believe he was quite intelligent. He was fairly tall for a Japanese.
And what would you say fairly tall? How tall?
Well, he wasn't that tall. He was a little bit taller than I am, I guess.
So maybe about 5'7" or so?
5'7", yeah.
Okay, 5 feet 7 inches. Mm-hmm. So intelligent.
Yeah, he graduated from high school, and immediately after high school, he came to this country.
Okay, so let's, so tell me, so when he came as a 19-year-old, and so what did he do when he first came to the United States?
Well, he was a laborer, working in the nursery greenhouse business.
So talk about that. I mean, so by the time your father came to Seattle, were there other family members already here doing things?
No, he was the only one.
So did he start the greenhouse?
No, that was my mother's side.
Oh, okay. So let's yeah. So I'm being confused here.